Hello, I'm Bill Hurl, President and CEO of Immunomic Therapeutics. It's my pleasure today to talk to you a little bit about our technology platform, which we call Unite. Unite has devolved over a series of inventions and advances and license deals and all sorts of components that we put together to make a really dynamic platform that allows us to activate the immune system in a very comprehensive way, and also know that we can manufacture the products when we are ready to go with a commercial launch. So how did we get to Unite? Where did it come from? And what is the history behind it? And then what does the technology do for developing our products? To start with, Unite has its roots in technology from the laboratory of Dr. Tom August at Johns Hopkins University. Tom discovered a protein which was known as lysosomal associated membrane protein, or LAMP. And this LAMP protein, he discovered, lived inside the very important part of the immune cells that are responsible for teaching your immune cells about foreign entities. And so when Tom first introduced me to LAMP, I remember he told me it was for professional antigen presenting cells. So I asked the question, what's a professional antigen presenting cell and who are the amateurs? And so in thinking about it, I realized what he meant was that all of our cells had the ability to communicate in some way with the immune system, so we can choose which cells are healthy and which ones are sick, which ones belong to us and which ones don't. And then there are those cells whose specific job is to teach other immune cells how to respond to foreign activities, foreign entities, bacteria, viruses, allergens, and so on. So that LAMP protein is really responsible for moving a target into the lysosome where it can interact with the part of the immune system that's solely responsible for presenting these foreign proteins to the immune system. And so that became the basis of our Unite technology. When we got Unite in-house, our head of R&D, Dr. Terry Hyland, worked with this and started asking questions like, how can we make this better? Is this really designed the best way? What new approaches can we use to make this a better way to interface with the immune system? So Dr. Hyland solved that problem for us over a period of time with a number of excellent inventions and innovations that now has taken the LAMP protein into another whole level of ability to interact with the immune system. While she was doing that in her role as Chief Science Officer, Terry also looked at other technologies that help expand and augment the immune response that is first derived from this LAMP technology. So there are things called adjuvants, which are commonly included in vaccines to help recruit the immune system to the injection site. So when that happens, it makes it more likely for your vaccine to get picked up by appropriate professional antigen presenting cells so that they can communicate that to the immune system. So we've looked at a variety of these adjuvants and we've picked a few that we think are really important for us and we want to develop. But just the act of actually making the injection. A lot of times you would look and say, well, I'm going to get a shot. You go to the doctor, he comes out with a needle and a syringe and injects into your arm. But sometimes that may not be the best place for an immune response to occur. You have very many immune cells just below the surface of the skin, which are called Langerhans cells. And these cells and this layer, this intradermal layer, is rich in immune cells. So we've worked out ways to deliver our vaccines into the intradermal layer through just an air pulse, kind of a painless way of getting a vaccine. And it just pushes the vaccine just enough below the skin so you're in this immune cell rich region so you get great antigen presentation. One other approach that you can use and is particularly effective in cases where you want a really strong immune system response, like with cancer patients, is by electroporation. And so in this case, the vaccine is injected a little bit deeper below the skin and is accompanied by a mild electronic pulse that helps the cells pick up the vaccine and in that way mount a more complete response. So we're using that for one of our glioblastoma programs. And then, ideally there's some other options which might include using microneedles, which would be like a small patch, almost like a piece of Velcro. So we're looking at and a number of different ways that we can deliver it. And then finally, you want to be able to manufacture your vaccines. And in a lot of ways, manufacturing, people think of it as an afterthought. Oh, we have the technology and we are ready to deliver this to market. Well, it's not so easy, especially in a regulated environment where the FDA has high standards for quality, reproducibility, and safety. So we've taken the time to learn how to properly manufacture our products at Immunomic Therapeutics. Dr. Tim Coleman is head of our process development and operations group. And so Dr. Coleman's laboratory is actually a mini production laboratory. And Tim has worked very hard to actually replicate what goes on large scale manufacturing so that when we get close to being ready to transfer our technology into commercialization, we know what we are going to be transferring and we know that it works. We know how to do it, we know how to prove that we do it, and we can verify that it's made to high quality standards. So those are all key elements that go into making the Unite platform. The technology to activate the immune system, the technology to deliver an activated product and attract immune cells to the injection site, and the ability to actually manufacture the product when we're ready. All these together create our Unite platform. There's a lot of information about the Unite platform on our website at www.immunomics.com. I invite you to look at the technology pages, look at some of the videos, and watch the video on the immune system that we have not only for my brief introduction, but also our technical video on allergies, which kind of explains what's going on in a micro world point of view. That's all for today. Thanks for joining me.